Money Matters is brought to you by the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited and Capital Financial.
Good evening and welcome to Money Matters. I'm your host, Strat Carter. And as you know, Money Matters is a show where we discuss the products and services offered by the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited and Capital Financial Services, Inc. Today we have with us Ms. Stacey Motley of the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited. And I'm just going to let Stacey tell us a little bit about herself and what she does at the credit union. Hi Stacey, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I am one of the marketing assistants at the Public Workers Credit Union, and pretty much my role would be to assist with the management of social responsibility efforts, stakeholder relationship management, member education, community and outreach efforts.
Okay, sounds like some interesting stuff. Can you go a little bit in depth with regards to your background, how you managed to get to this point?
Well, like I think I said I was with the credit union for about 9 years, but previous to that I would have been with the Credit Union League for another 3 years, so in total about 12 years in the movement itself. I joined the credit union as a part of the business development department initially, and then the two departments would have combined, and I'm with the marketing department at this time.
Okay, we're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be right back with more Money Matters.
Make your Christmas everything it should be with the help of our affordable Christmas loan. Buy gifts, shop, or fix up your home for the season. Available today. Also, get your free Co-Optima card to access discounts from our participating retailers.
Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. This is where you belong.
Bellevue House or Bellevue Plantation Estate is your #1 venue for weddings, private functions, entertainment events, large family holidays, or retreats. Bellevue is located just 10 minutes from Bridgetown and South Coast beaches and has a lovely view across the Bridgetown Harbor. We have large entertainment rooms, spacious grounds with large swimming pool and bar area. There are 2 large dining tables that are great for elegant dining or holding board meetings. If you want a classy, spacious, affordable location to hold your important function in style, call Bellevue today, because we'll go that extra mile.
Are you in the mood for West Indian food? Or maybe you think you like a nice drink. It's the Caribbean Cooking Channel. Caribbean Cooking Channel. From island to island, something for everyone. Tasty recipes from the West Indies. It's the Caribbean Cooking Channel. Caribbean Cooking Channel.
Tune in to the Caribbean Cooking Channel on MCTV Channel 117.
Cola Kick Energy, we got the energy, African energy, drink up the energy. Cola Kick. Raw cola nut energy from Africa.
Hi and welcome back to Money Matters. We're here, as I said before, with Stacey Motley from the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited. And we're going to talk a little bit about money as it relates to children and education. So Stacey, tell us, why would the credit union be interested in young people and in children?
Well, at the credit union, we recognize that children are our future.
Right.
Today's children, they are future citizens of Barbados and by extension, potential members for our credit union. And so we just felt that it was important for us to begin to have a relationship with them at an early age, from as young as primary school into even secondary school, so that we can start to influence some of their financial decisions for the positive, because we really need to have a financially literate Barbadian population in the future.
Yeah, that is indeed true.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that you guys are interested in developing the future the financial future of the children of Barbados. So what has the credit union put in place to achieve this?
Okay, well, a few years back, we have established what we would have called initially the Youth Savers Program. And then more recently, it is now referred to as our Thrift Club program. We like to refer to Thrift Club as a one-of-a-kind savings program for children. And we say one-of-a-kind because it is, yes, a savings program, but we take it a little further and ensure that there are some benefits and opportunities for young people through this program. So there are quite a few activities that happen for them throughout the year. There are annual activities such as our Christmas party and so on. Then we have established a young adult executive committee, which is referred to as the Thrift Club Executive or advisory board of young persons who would give feedback to the credit union from time to time in things regarding things that matter to them, to young people, because young people have a lot to say, and this is a forum for them to be able to say what concerns them about money. And it's not just about us sitting in a boardroom, for example, and deciding what products or services young people want or what they need to know about, but essentially for us to hear from them and ensure that we address any concerns that they have.
All right, so tell us then, what are some of these benefits of being a member of the Thrift Club? Okay,
well, the benefits would, of course, initially there's a savings account.
Yes.
And on the savings account, we offer just a slightly higher interest rate for the children, above the regular rate. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, there's the Thrift Club Advisory Committee, which is an opportunity for leadership skills, for the children to develop leadership skills, which is always something that is always a very heartwarming to see once we start with these kids over a period of time, how they really have grown and developed. There's the networking opportunity that they have as well, because they come together quite a few times throughout each year. So they get to meet other Thrift Club members. We have our Easter workshops for the teens, and that Easter workshop is now something that we've had over the years for just about 1 week in the Easter holiday. But at the end of each session, the children actually want more. And can you imagine what it must be like for the fact that they want to have more after the end of 1 week, because children tend to prefer during their holidays to stay home and maybe watch television, but they're asking, and their parents calling from the beginning of the year asking, are we going to be having the Easter workshop each year? So that is one of the highlights of the Thrift Club calendar. Then, of course, we have, apart from the networking opportunities, we have our summer camps, which is another popular activity throughout the year because parents appreciate the opportunity to have a safe environment for their children. And again, with all of that, there's the opportunity for them to learn about money. Because everything that we do, while the SGM may be in regular arts and crafts and so on, and tours, there's always the aspect about money and financial literacy in there as well.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. So what exactly about the Easter workshop that makes it so irresistible to these children?
Well, the Easter workshop is developmental. We always have a very interactive 1 week session with them. I think that is what makes it very memorable for them, because they learn, but in a very relaxed environment. So, and the topics may vary from things like conflict management, but then it's just not sitting and being told about conflict management. It is very practical. So they get to practice on one another, go through skits and different cases and those kind of activities. But then it's money again, and they will have their opportunity again to talk about money, perhaps on how they feel about money, and how they perceive money, particularly as it relates to how they may hear their parents interacting about money and interacting with money. So it's a learning opportunity for them, and I think, you know, the key concern for me or us at the credit union is for it to be interactive and fun, because I think that's the way they really would remember whatever they're taught. So another benefit of Thrift Club membership is the fact that we do offer annual academic awards, scholarships and educational grants to our membership as well. And the academic awards are offered annually in the categories 11+, CXC, CAPE, and government exhibition, scholarship and exhibition winners. What happens is initially there must be a membership existing for at least 2 years with the credit union. And then there are specific minimum account balances that must exist as well in the current examination year. Okay. So for example, for 11 plus, membership must exist for at least 2 years prior to applying for the academic award or sitting the 11 plus exam. And then there is a minimum balance that is required on the account as at May 31st of the current examination year. So there's that minimum balance for 11 plus is, for example, $250 at least on the account as at May 31st of the current examination year. Once you meet that initial set of criteria, you would submit your 11 plus results to us, and within a deadline that is set and communicated during the period of time that we're open to receive applications. And you submit those results and we review the applications based on the criteria that is established now in terms of, and you should note that it is really, for example, again, with the 11 plus, it is top 10 girls, top 10 boys. So there are 20 awards in total each year to our members. Okay. And then there's criteria that we go further into to review the applications.
Okay, we're going to take a short break with Kick Energy Drink and then be right back with more Money Matters.
This commercial break is brought to you by Kick Energy Drink and Clayton's Cola Tonic.
Cola Kick Energy. We got the energy. African energy. Drink up the energy. Cola Kick. Raw cola nut energy from Africa.
I can honestly say that I am probably the most satisfied policyholder at Co-operators General. My first motor accident was traumatizing, but after the accident, Co-operators claim staff put me at ease, and my claim was dealt with expeditiously. That experience was amazing. One night, my car had a flat tire. Co-operators 24-hour emergency response personnel came and assisted me. Being a female, I found that service cool and convenient. I have received exceptional service in every single department of the company. I find the staff very efficient and friendly. Co-operators General has always been there for me. Their premiums are reasonable and their payment plan is flexible. And you know how important that is at this time. One thing I must add is that Co-operators General is always there giving back to the community, supporting youth, sports, and culture. If you are looking for an insurance company to insure your house, car, or any of your other general insurance needs, Co-operators General Insurance is the right choice. I am Kim Tonia, and it would be very difficult for me to insure with another insurance company.
Co-operators General Insurance Company. Insurance the way you want it to be. Are you in the mood for West Indian food? Or maybe you think you like a nice drink. It's the Caribbean Cooking Channel. Caribbean Cooking Channel. From island to island, something for everyone. Tasty recipes from the West Indies. It's the Caribbean Cooking Channel. Caribbean Cooking Channel.
Tune in to the Caribbean Cooking Channel on MCTV Channel 117.
Bellevue House or Bellevue Plantation Estate is your #1 venue for weddings, private functions, entertainment events, large family holidays, or retreats. Bellevue is located just 10 minutes from Bridgetown and South Coast beaches and has a lovely view across the Bridgetown Harbor. We have large entertainment rooms, spacious grounds with large swimming pool and bar area. There are 2 large dining tables that are great for elegant dining or holding board meetings. If you want a classy, spacious, affordable location to hold your important function in style, call Bellevue today, because we'll go that extra mile.
Make your Christmas everything it should be with the help of our affordable Christmas loan. Buy gifts, shop, or fix up your home for the season. Available today. Also, get your free Co-Optima card to access discounts from our participating retailers.
Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. This
Hi and welcome back to Money Matters. I'm your host, Strat Carter, and we're still here with Stacey Motley from the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited. And Stacey, we've been talking about the Thrift Club. So I wanted to ask, how does the credit union assist with the development of the Barbadian society in general? How do you incorporate that into what you do?
Okay, well, as it relates to Thrift Club, we have also integrated as a part of the activities, what we call a brunch with Santa. That's at Christmas, and that's when, again, we try to teach the Thrift Club members about charity and giving back, because as part of our program, we pretty much emphasize 3 or 4 main points, and that's the concepts of earning, saving, spending, but also giving and charity. And that is where we focus on charity at Christmas time mainly, where the children, usually through their Christmas activity, may donate a gift, because all of these activities, these Christmas activities and other activities, are almost sometimes free or very heavily subsidized by the credit union. And so we just ask them to just give back. Give to a child who may be a little less fortunate, either by giving your time or by giving a gift to cheer them up as well.
So we're trying then to create a more giving society.
A more giving society. And that's one of the things that you probably would agree as something that we need now.
Definitely.
Yeah. In addition, though, to the charity event, we have also started to give back by way of schools. And we have taken a lot of our efforts from just within the credit union and inviting parents in to take these initiatives, but we've also gone into schools. And 2 of the tools that we have introduced, actually 3 of the tools that we've introduced would be 2 books. We have introduced our Thrifty Saves the Day book, which is a book for children, and it's pretty much an introduction into the credit union idea and what it means to be a part of the credit union and saving, and those sets of concepts are introduced in Thrifty Saves the Day. And out of Thrifty Saves the Day book, we have also introduced our mascot. Our mascot is Thrifty.
I was just going to ask if there was a mascot.
There is a mascot, a pretty attractive mascot. The children love to play with him. And I think part of the reason is because he is actually a dollar coin that, so they get to say, hey, and they recognize him very quickly because he is a dollar coin. Okay. And they ask him to give, and they want to say, can I put you in my pocket, and those kinds of things. So the children enjoy dealing with Thrifty and interacting with Thrifty. Thrifty is available, like I said, it's part of our initiative in the community, but then he can also be hired out for your fairs or your different school activities and so on, and we have gone into a few schools with Thrifty as well. Okay. And addition to that, we have recently launched one of my favorites, which is the Teen Financial Literacy book. It's an e-book that is available from our credit union's website. And if you wanted to have maybe perhaps a few printed copies of that as well, that's an option that we can arrange. But initially, we've chosen to take this as an e-book, introduce this book as an e-book.
Okay, and what's the focus of this particular book?
It's a teen financial literacy book. So in the book, we address concepts that teenagers definitely need to know and be prepared for as they enter into young adulthood. Right. So we discuss things such as saving and investments, things like budgeting, and how you go about budgeting, making decisions about your first car, and even start to introduce the idea of having your own home. So the steps that you need to take before you get to that stage. Okay. Yeah. So like very relevant, because you find sometimes, yes, there's this information on the internet, but you need to have it relevant for our culture, for our young people today, and in a language that they can always understand. And so that's one of the things that I believe we have achieved through the ebook.
So you just mentioned that you go into the schools with Thrifty. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay. Yes, we do go into schools with Thrifty. But then we've also because what we've realized as well is that oftentimes, because of the way in which you can activate a Thrift Club membership account with the credit union, it tends to be something that the parents are heavily involved in, and children aren't always necessarily included there. And so what we thought, we need to really have some serious interaction with these young people. And one of the best ways to do that would be where? In the schools. Right. So what we have done is introduced our Thrift Club School Savers program. We have the program launched in just about, I believe, 4 or 5 schools locally, and the option is available for primary or secondary schools. What happens there is that we go into schools. Once the school has agreed to sign on, we establish a savings day, a deposit day really is what we call it. So your school establishes your deposit day, and then we issue you with a piggy bank or a savings bank. And the students take it home with them, or sometimes they leave it at their school, and they out of their weekly allowances or whatever it is that they get money from auntie for birthdays and grannies for birthdays, those kinds of things. They are encouraged to save a portion. And once they save a portion, then whatever time it is that, for example, some schools have agreed to a savings day of every 2 weeks on a Thursday. That's your deposit day. And so you bring your money in, and you're issued with a little passbook, particularly at the primary school level. So then again, now this is a teaching opportunity, because now this just children can sit and they can tally their money, and they can add and decide, well, this is how much money I have. Now, of course, the teacher now goes back behind them and verifies the amount that they have tallied. But then they get familiar with the coins, and they get familiar with the denominations and so on of the money. So that's a great learning opportunity. Then there's also introducing the concept of record keeping, and ensuring that once you put that in their book, this is exactly what you have there, and so on. And not to worry about losing it or inaccurate record keeping, because then there's always a good check back as well. Now, this program is taken a little further though at secondary school, because we've been joining with a few social studies groups, class groups, and we've joined with some office administration classes, as well as some business studies classes. And in doing so, then we go into the classroom and help the teachers teach the concept now of bookkeeping. So there's a great development for work-life skills, and so they learn about. So some of them, for example, will have roles, particular roles. So you may be bookkeeper for this term, and so you're responsible for ensuring that your school savers program records are kept well and accurately. Then there's the concept of confidentiality, because as you're dealing with money, there must be confidentiality. Even at their level, there must be confidentiality. So again, we get to chat with them about why it's important to be confidential, especially in a financial situation and so on. So those kinds of concepts are what we're able to really teach about at the secondary school level. And of course in primary school we do it as well, but it's really to their level. So it's all of the education that takes place is relevant for the stage of the children that we're dealing with.
Yeah, that's really good. It's really good. Okay, so everything you've talked about has sounded great so far. So how can my child, for example, become a member of the Thrift Club?
Okay, Thrift Club membership is broken down into just about 3 categories. We have our thrifty infants, thrifty juniors, and thrifty teens. All right, and for thrifty infants and thrifty juniors, membership is established with just $25. But with the thrifty infants and juniors, there must be membership of an adult person. It may be a parent, it may be a guardian, it may be an auntie and uncle, granny, or so on. That is a requirement first and foremost. And then once that is established, then the record is opened on the adult members' account, and the thrifty account is established on that account as well. And then of course there's the minor's identification card that is required. For children under 3 months, of course we will accept then a birth certificate up until that point. But that's essentially the way for the thrifty infants and thrifty juniors, the account would be established. For the children, for teens, the requirement is consent of an adult member or membership, but usually just the consent is fine, as well as $150 to open to have the account activated. Now that young person now has an account in their own name, which is very important to them a lot of the time. They just love the fact that my account bears my name. And so you find that with that opportunity even, you have greater savings participation by the young person because it bears my name. And so they like that. So it's $150 to activate the membership at that stage. And then once you have progressed through your thrift club period of membership. Then you progress, of course, into general membership once you've reached your maximum age, which is 16 years old.
So what is the cutoff point in terms of age for transitioning from Thrifty Junior into Thrifty Teen?
The cutoff point for Thrifty Juniors would be 12.
Okay.
You can establish a Thrifty Teens account from the age 12 and up. So pretty much really it should be 11 years old, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All
you
right.
progress then to teens from 12 years.
Okay. And you said the deposit for Thrifty Teens is $150.
Yes.
So suppose the Thrifty Junior only has like $30 in their account at the time they become, at the time they turn 12, they have to add the.
Yes, we give them the opportunity to add the difference.
Right.
Or what is also available is our Thrifty Cash vouchers.
Okay.
And that's also a very good gift giving opportunity for any parent or friend or colleague to just give a gift of cash through Thrift Club membership.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, do you want to win $500 just in time for Christmas? Well, watch Money Matters TV show every Thursday at 8:02 on CBC TV 8, repeated on Sundays at 4 p.m. All you have to do is watch for the question of the day and text the word money plus the answer to short code 2216 for your chance to win. Text as many times as you like, whether you're with Flow or Digicel. Happy texting and good luck. And the question of the day is, how many branches does the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited have? Text money plus the answer to short code 2216. Well, that was really informative, Stacey. I sure learned a lot, and I hope the general public did as well. And we want to thank you very much for being here with us on Money Matters. It was great having you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
And that's it for Money Matters today. See you next time on Money Matters.